Okay, so we are ready for a reformer class, and we are going to start with footwork. So all 4 springs on. If you have different, do what you need to do in order to be happy and safe. And we're going to lie down, feet in a V position, arms long. And just take a deep breath, and we're just going to make sure all 10 toes are on. And we're going to press it out and bring it all the way back in. Just really think about pushing that foot bar away, keeping everything engaged, meaning connected to the mat. Just whatever's connected as you're in, as you go out, and back in. Good. And just start thinking about arms long, legs long, breathing through. Do 2 more. And then bring it all the way in, and we're going to go to the arches. Make sure evenly through the arches, we'll press it out and bring it back in. Just kind of pay attention to how everything's feeling. I'm noticing that my right leg is straightening a little quicker than my left. So just try to see how things are feeling. Don't stress about it, just what it is, and kind of work on it as we go. 3 more here. And then we'll bring both feet onto the heels. And we'll press out and back in. Good, just breathing through. Again. And just see as we move through, maybe things are getting a little more connected, a little more engaged for you. Just keep breathing through. Do 3 more here. Nice. And then we'll come back to our V position, heels together. And we're going to press it out and just hold it here for a moment. Really push that foot bar away. And then we're just going to lower where we can maintain the squeeze of those heels together. Yeah. And breathe. And keep breathing. If you hear barking, I brought my dogs in with me today, so we will see how this goes. One may make an appearance, I don't know. Bend it in. And we're going to take our foot bar away. And let's go ahead. If you want to change your spring, you can, but just see where you are. I'm going to fix my watch here so I don't call emergency services. Arms long, legs long. Take a deep breath. Let's just do our stretch and pull first. So I want you to just hold tightly. Curl your head and shoulders up. Reach. Look towards those feet. And just again, see if you can breathe here. See if you can maintain that breath. And back down. Good. Let's do that one more time. Pulling down. Punching into those arms. And then all the way back down. Nice. All right, we're going into our 100. Make sure you have some space. You should know now. Curling up, take the legs wherever they need to be today. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, keep reaching. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale, halfway there. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Hold as we bring it down, breathing all that air out. Awesome. All right, we're going to change our spring. So go ahead, bring yourself up. And we're going to take 2 springs away. And then we're going to have you bring your headrest down. And we're going to lie down for overhead. So grabbing on. You're just going to go where you can go, keeping your arms nice and long, keeping your head into your mat. We're going to bring the legs up towards the sky. Now really punch into those arms. Go into that rollover. And then into that jackknife And think of punching into your arms as you roll back down. And then you're just gonna bring the legs and arms back to your start. And we'll do that 2 more times. Bringing it down, punching the arms up and over, pressing the legs, reaching towards the sky. Breathing as you bring it all the way back down. 1 more here. Press and reach. Up towards the sky. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching. Bring it all the way down. Nice. Now, just readjust if you need. We're gonna pull our knees in, and we're gonna keep our head down and do our coordination here. So go ahead, reach your arms and legs straight out. Punch, open, close. Bending your knees, and then your arms. And just inhale, hold it, and then exhale. Good, and really think about the same punch of your arms that you just had with your overhead. Elbows will stay on the mat. 1 more here. Good. Now, go ahead, hang your handles. Bring yourself up. We're gonna change our spring yet again. So we'll just go to 1 spring. And we're gonna do, pants are not the right pants. Hopefully I won't have stomach massage for you guys today, because it wouldn't be a good thing for me. Right, Mr. Bates? That's Mr. Bates. Okay, go ahead, grab your handles. And we're gonna do from the chest and from the hips. So we're gonna sit really tall. Keep reaching those legs, and we're gonna press out. And then keep going tall as you bring the arms down towards the floor and up and circle. Sorry, my handle just pinched my skin. And press and reach, and then up towards the sky. Good. And as you're doing this, just feel every time you punch right there that you're just growing so tall. And just keep that feeling as you punch and circle around. We'll do 1 more here. Keep breathing through. And then to your hips. So first, let's just find your spine stretch. Find that spine stretch. Keep it, maintain it as you punch forward, and then reach for the sky and circle around. And then again, find that spine stretch, press it through, up towards the sky. Good. 2 more here. And reach. Growing tall, and don't forget those legs. They are so working and pushing as you bring it all the way around. Good. And then just go ahead and cross your legs. We're gonna go right into our Hugga Tree. Shave the head and lifting. So just find your position first. Sit up tall. Good. Press those legs down. Keep that tall. And I tend to kind of want to take my rib cage out. So I'm just gonna kind of bring my rib cage container back, my shoulder container. It feels a little bit like I'm gonna go back, so I know that I'm good. Opening and closing. Think about really pushing into those legs as you go. Nice, growing really tall. And think the same effort that you hug your tree, same effort as you open. So you're kind of trying to think, I'm gonna keep that spring open, 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 open. And 1 more here. Keep breathing through. That's my dog McKinley, if you heard that. And then bring it into your shape of the head. I want you to just hinge forward where you can maintain a nice straight back. And you're just gonna press away as you inhale and bend back in. Pressing away and back in. Nice. Keep breathing through. Good. Nice. You've got this. 2 more. Think about again, every time you're bringing it in, you're still growing long. And then we're gonna come back for lifting. So again, just find your position. Feel as if you're gonna take these and you're just punching the ceiling away. So you're just punching straight up. Oh, it's been a while since I've done these. And back down, growing tall. And then pressing up and down. Nice. And do that again. Staying tall. Push into those legs. Nice. Keep breathing, 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 breathing. We'll do one more here. Nice. And then all the way down. Go ahead and hang your handle and bring your carriage in all the way, because we're going to grab our box. We're going to keep it on one spring. We're going to do our pulling straps and our T-pull. So grab your box. We're going to place it on. Good. And let's go ahead. Make sure your box is centered, and as best as you can, center your body. And you grab your straps however you do for you. Usually it's up towards the hardware, but whatever's good for you. Arms long. Press your hips down. Keep reaching your legs, and we're just going to pull the straps towards your hips. Punch in. Let the head come up. Let the chest. Really think about the legs and your hips. And then all the way back down. And try to breathe through this. Pull. Punch and lengthen and lift. Good. Keep breathing through. Think of digging a trench alongside your reformer as you go out and in. Good. And I always found a good clue if your legs aren't working is you'll hit the foot bar on the way out or in. That's a clue. Now, maybe tilt down a little less. Find your extension that you can maintain, and then pull towards your hips and back up. Keep reaching, and then pulling. Keep pressing the hips down into your mat. One more. And then all the way in. Nice. Go ahead, hang your handle, step off your box, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add a spring. We're gonna go into our backstroke. And lay down. I would grab my handles first, just to make sure. Roll it down. You guys look good. All right, so hands in front when we're ready. 3 in each direction. Arms and legs straight up. Circle and reach and bend back in. And I'm just kind of seeing for me, because I knew one leg wasn't reaching as much. Now is it? A little bit less. And press and reverse. Circle and bend in. Press. And you're just thinking back, where can I go here in terms of those legs? And bend back in. No worries. We are not doing our teaser today. And we're actually going to do breaststroke, but I want to do the version here with your foot bar. So go back to your one spring. If you have a grippy, you can grab it. I feel like my pants are really slippy, so I'm going to put that on there. And I want you to think of your double leg kick on the mat. So lie down, hands on your foot bar, and you're pressing your hips in, and maybe just kind of engage to where you're maybe looking a little forward of your foot bar, but you're not in like a huge extension. Glue your legs together, and we're just gonna do a little kick, kick. And as the legs reach, the arms will push the foot bar away. And then as you pull yourself back in, think of really pressing your hips into the box, and then do your kick, kick, and pressing away. So as you pull in, I want you to feel the reach of the legs, feel the hips press into the box, kick, kick, and reach. Nice. And we'll do 2 more here. Kick, kick, press and reach. Try to get the arms and legs to extend at the same time. Bend in, kick, kick, and reach. And then bring it all the way in. Nice. All right. So we're going to go into horseback prep and horseback. So for the prep, I want you to add, and we'll go ahead and take this down, because if we'd done breaststroke with the handles, it would have been down. We're going to add a spring for our horseback prep, because we want to have enough to really fire into it and not get lost. We want to feel that kind of spine stretch and what we need to push into in order to make that happen. So you've got 2 springs. If you're on a different apparatus, then just make sure it's kind of heavy. And I want you to take your elbows and just kind of plant them in front of you. And they're really not gonna move. Sit like you're sitting and doing your spine stretch on the mat. And I want you to really punch into your arms to find your spine stretch. You're gonna reach the legs and you're gonna kind of rock forward a bit, but think more of punching into your arms to do a little spine stretch back and then come back up tall. Not a huge movement, but I just want you to see if you can think of reaching the legs, punching into those arms to take your spine into that nice spine stretch position that we're going to need for our horseback. And if we had done teaser, it's gonna be our teaser again. So now, go ahead, take one off, and we'll go into the full horseback. And with the full horseback, I know it's tempting to do it really slow, but we want it to be nice and fluid and really move. So let's just see what happens. Think again, you're gonna rock a little forward, arms are long, you're gonna punch into the arms, reach the legs, spine stretch, lift the arms, lift your legs, and reach, look towards your spring. Good, yeah. And then two more here. Good, and one more, reach, and up. Nice. Go ahead, hang your handles. We're gonna take your box away, and we're gonna go into our long stretch. So placing the box, and I would grab your grippy again, place it on your headrest, and we'll go 2 springs. And again, if you're not on a garage, you're on something else, just do what you need to do, but you need enough support to really feel that you've got something to work with. So heels are together, good. And feel like you're reaching away from your foot bar. Now take your heels and push them towards that headrest. Looking slightly forward, you're gonna inhale as you press back with arms and legs, and then pull back in, but continue to push those legs away. Inhale out, and exhale, pulling back in, all the way in. Inhale out, and all the way in. Good, do 2 more here. 1 more, all the way in, and then we're immediately going to just go into our up stretch. So take your heels up your shoulder rest. And let's go ahead, find your full elephant that we're going in for after this. Keep the upper body in that handstand. You're gonna push the legs away. Your hips will automatically lower. Pull forward and then back up. Hold on, my watch is bothering me today. Okay, so find your position, press out. So you're just trying to keep the upper in your handstand feeling of that elephant. Giving your room with your weight by pressing, we're gonna reverse, pushing with your arms and your legs, giving your spine room to move. Press. This one is always a little smaller, plus the fact I haven't done it since we sheltered in place tells you a lot. Now, lengthen and just place both feet flat for elephant. And let's just kind of find it again. So round into your elephant. I want you to shift 50% of your weight into your upper, into your legs. Really feel your heels pressing not only into the mat, but into your shoulder rests. You're gonna inhale as you press back, exhale in. And as we're doing this elephant, pay attention to maybe what you're feeling with this elephant today. I can tell you for me, it's my calves are freaking tight. Goodness gracious, I did not know that. Inhale and exhale. Good, keep breathing, 1 more. And then bring it all the way in. Awesome. All right, so we're going to keep it at the 2 springs and we're gonna do our long back stretch. So you're gonna turn around and sit on your foot bar. Wrap your hands just around your foot bar there. And you're gonna place one foot on each shoulder rest. We're gonna go right into it. So what I want you to really think about is pushing with the arms, pushing with the legs, just like you did for your up stretch, to give that spine that same movement that we just did on the up stretch, but now instead of being upside down, we're in this position. So when you're ready, take it out. Full connection if you can. Keep your arms straight, let the hips lower, and press and back up. Think about keeping the push of the arm and the legs. We're gonna do one more here. And then I want you to reverse, press out and lower and in. Two more here. Ooh, you got it, one more. And then bring it all the way in. So good. Okay, so I do have stomach massage. Let's see how this goes. I'm not quite sure how these pants are going to do on our stomach massage, but we'll give it a try. I may end up wedging myself forward more. We'll see. I think I'm going to. All right, so sit as far up forward. You can wedge yourself off the edge. If you have a Crocs, it's okay. If you have some other, it might not be padded or feel that great, so you decide. Let's place our feet on. Good. Grab onto the bottom of your carriage. I want you to just round, looking towards your spring, and you're gonna inhale as you press up and exhale back in, keeping your heels glued together. And you're just going where you can go without letting that rear end and back feel like it's kind of sliding under you. We're not gonna do the whole series. We're just picking and choosing two here today. One more. And then I want you to come up. I'm pretty far forward, so I'm just gonna go on to, you can grab the shoulder rests if you're there. Grow tall, feel like you're reaching up out of your arms. Good. Breathe, yes. And really think back to your footwork. Does it feel different here? Maybe. I feel like my left is definitely pressing with the right now. One more. This is it for us. Bring it all the way carefully in. Good. And then we'll take our lovely pad away. Hopefully you had one. And we're gonna do our chest expansion. So let's go ahead, turn around, hook your feet, and grab onto your handles. All right, so staying tall. Let's just think about this, because we want to think that our hips are not in flexion, that they're really in extension. So it's gonna feel a little like you're gonna pitch forward, that's okay. Arms lengthened and long, we're gonna press back. I'm gonna turn to the right, then the left, and center, and back. Do that again. Press back. Keep thinking of reaching the arms towards the floor. It's kind of the same thing you were just doing with your long back stretch, right? Pushing those arms into that foot bar. Pressing back, last one. Good. And then go ahead. We're gonna take it, add one spring for our thigh stretch. And you can choke up on your hardware there. And let's bring our knees to the shoulder rests. Now on this one, I want you to take your pelvis, curl it forward a little bit. Look toward your baseboard. Inhale, hinging where you can. And pressing and bringing it back up. And just, you can choke up more if you need more support. You want to feel like your spring is supporting you so you can actually go further and further into your thigh stretch. And everybody's different. Just see where you are. See if you're keeping even weight through both legs. Now let's just do one more. Inhaling back. And up. Good. And then let's go ahead. Hang your handles. Awesome. Okay guys, you are doing so good today, and I think I'm gonna move my foot bar. You can leave the 3 springs on, or you can knock it down to 2, because we're gonna go into our corkscrew and our tick-tock. So you're more than welcome to take it up and over into your shoulder version. I'm gonna keep it down today. So you have to lie down. You can move your handles if you wanna grab onto, if they bother you, under your carriage, or you can grab onto your little handles. I think I'm gonna do the handles today. I don't normally, but I think I am. Okay, yeah, that feels pretty good today. All right, so what I want you to do is you're gonna take your legs, you're gonna reach them to the right, let that hip come up, circle it around, and as you do this, you've got your handles, you've got the carriage to really engage and pull. We're just alternating those sides. So you can feel the pull and reach, so that whole side is engaged. So as you go to the left, really engage and pull into that right side of your arm. And the same when we go to the right, that left arm is engaging with that carriage. Yes. I cannot remember what side we start on, so I'm gonna do one more because I think that's even. And back to the center. Now we're gonna go into tick-tock, and I think, now I know why I like under here. Okay, so from here, maybe you'll go a little further. Take it over, pulling into your carriage, and back to the center. Nice, good, inhale, and exhale. Do it again, inhale, exhale. Good, breathing through, inhale. Pulling in, don't forget to breathe. One more. All the way in. And then bring your knees in, give a little hug, and we're gonna bring it up. Okay, so if you are not on 2 springs, go ahead and let's change it to 2 springs because we're gonna do our leg curls. So grab your box again. Now, there is a trick when you are alone, don't have your teacher for help to get in this position. So let's do that trick so no one's hamstrings pop out. So you're just gonna sit once my thing is straight. You're gonna sit and you're going to decide kind of what feels natural to you and what direction you want to turn. I'm going to turn towards the window. So the direction you're going to turn into, you want that strap on top of the other. So I'm going to turn to the right, so my right strap is on top. I'm going to, these you loop through, so it just depends on yours, what you need to do to get the loops on your feet. So take the loops, place them on your feet. You are going to, as best as possible, there's no real beautiful, graceful way. You're just gonna come around. Try to keep your feet inside your well. Ooh, sticky pants. There we go. And you're gonna be in a position here where you can kind of take your arms around your box and hug it. And as you hug it, you just kind of go into a little extension. As I'm hugging this, my knees are the width of my box. And I'm not wanting my hips to be lifted. So I want to take my hips and press them into the box. That's really important because we don't want to go into here. So the hips are extended, and the most important part of that is when you're in, because that's when they're going to want to get released. So hug and pull into your box, press your hips. Glue your heels together, and you're just going to pull the heels towards you, and as they go away, press the hips deeper. Inhale, press the hips. Good, inhale. And this is gearing us up, which we're not doing today, rocking. Good, and just do 2 more here. Keep pressing the hips forward. Good, and then you can gently just drop them down. And we're gonna turn our box for our back bending. So set it up for you on the grass. We're just gonna place it between our shoulder rests. And I'm going to block myself out. It is really up to you if you do that or not. I'm like right on the edge but I'm super tight usually in the front, so I like to have it blocked out. It gives me more of that open and back bend. So take your feet. You can use a pole if you want. I didn't grab one and I don't want to get off now, so there we go. So grab onto your middle and you're going to round into it. Now, I'm not sure where I'm going to go today, but just know you can go all the way back. You can do whatever you want. So from here, let's start small. You're going to curl back. And I want you to just go where you feel you're still a little curled like your elephant, and then pull into your strap to come back up. Just do that a few times. Inhale. Think you're pushing the strap out and pulling it towards you, especially as you come up. Good. Inhale, and then maybe you go further. Maybe you don't. See where you can go. If you want to add pushing into your box, letting the head hang. If you want to go into your full back bend, chin to the chest first, pull into the strap to come back up. Make sure you're breathing. Inhaling as you go back. Just going where you can go. Opening up. Pull into your strap, chin to the chest, round it back up. Good. And then let's just sit tall. So, hands behind your head. So, it's called, you know, a lot of people call it hinge, flat back, whatever, but I don't want you to think your entire back is flat. I want you to think like your thigh stretch, you have that slight little tilt, so it's a slight curve at the lumbar. Everything else is nice and straight. You're gonna inhale as you go back, pressing the head into the hands, pull into your strap and bring yourself back up. Inhaling back. Pulling into that strap to get back up. Nice. Inhale. And exhale. You got it. 2 more. Think you're lifting higher each time you come in. And again. 1 more. You can do it. Good. Now, just stay here. Lift it tall. What I want you to think about is that I don't want you to just kind of crunch over. I want you to think that if there was something for this elbow to kind of push into, you're growing tall. So we're going to go in this direction. So don't think this. Think that's pushing into something to take you up and over, so you're really not just collapsing on that side. And do the other side. Think about thick air under that elbow and you're just kind of pressing up and over. The other elbow going towards the sky. And back to the center. Breathing through. Good. And rest. Okay, we're going to skip climb a tree. So come off your box. You're going to place it away. And we're going to go into 2 springs, which you should have, but I'm going to unblock myself here. So if you did block yourself out, go ahead and place it back to first gear. We'll do 2 springs. Okay, and grab your loops. And we're gonna go into our frogs and circles. So the headrest is still down. I'm gonna leave it down. We're not doing our long spine massage, but we're just gonna do our frogs and circles. So go ahead, lie down, headrest. It can be up, it's okay if it is. Take your lovely straps, place them in, and make sure you feel nice and even. So I want you to just feel that squat, like your knees are really pulling in, arms are long, heels together. We're gonna take the legs and we're gonna press them out at a high diagonal. And then we're gonna bring them back in. Try to think that you're gliding evenly as you press out and bend back in. And what I want you to think about is as you push the legs away, think of your hips pushing into your mat even more. Inhale as you press out. exhale back in. And think same effort each direction as you go. Breathing through. We'll do one more here. So you're really coming into that squat every time. Your pelvis can curl up. Now hold out here. We're gonna do small little circles within the frame of our reformer. Keeping our hips nice and heavy. 2 more. And then reversing the direction. Nice, 1 more. Good. And then I'm gonna give you a choice. If your headrest is down, you may do this. If not, just bend your knees, take the legs out. But if you wanna give it a go, it's super fun. Bring the carriage all the way in. Go into a rollover. Let those steps go, rolling it down. All right, this is up. We're gonna go into our tiger stretches. We're just gonna do the rounded and arch today, not the knees off. So you've got 2 springs. Hold on to your handle, your foot bar. Your feet are as much of them as possible connected to your shoulder rest. So what we're gonna do with the rounded is I want you to think you're gonna keep just like the up stretch. You're gonna keep that upper elephant round. The lower, even though it starts rounded, it can go into flat, it can go. But the rounded upper is gonna stay. So you wanna think almost that it's more of an arm workout than anything else, like your elephant. You're in that position, it's just a kneeling elephant. Push into this foot bar. Push your legs back as far as you can go without losing the upper elephant. Inhale and exhale. So these 2 are relatively slow compared to the knees off. And this is just your tiger stretch round. 1 more, bringing it all the way in. Good. Then you're just gonna lift the chest and go into your arched. Same thing. The lower is gonna change, but not the upper. Inhale and exhale. Keep breathing through. 2 more. 1 more. Good, and rest. Okay, so keep it on your 2 spring. How are we doing on time? Oh my God, we're running out of time. Okay, lie down. We have got only 2 more things to do. So we're gonna do our running, just kind of shake out those legs. So 2 springs, lie down. Feet are about hip width apart, balls of the feet. I want you to just push out. Remember, you only have 2 springs, so it's light. Press out. Good. Now just hold here for a moment. Feel your feet in the lovely foot bar, and you're just gonna lower and lift. And it's just shaking out your legs. It just feels yummy. Do what feels good. Breathe through it. It's a little reward. Nice. And then bring both legs, bend it in. Take your foot bar away. And we're gonna leave it at 2 springs. So we're gonna go into our side splits. So, depending on your reformer, is kind of where you are. So a balanced body is gonna be a lot wider, it might be more challenging. But it's really not about how far out you go with the side splits, because once you get in the position, you're already in a split. So it's really about kind of seeing how things feel. We're kind of seeing our hips after all the work we've done. So I'll face you first. I'm gonna walk around. Okay, so for safety reason, and my head's gonna get cut off, I'm so sorry. 1 foot towards the back, so you can feel it. And the other, you're gonna try not to move this carriage. So you're gonna step out and you're gonna make sure that foot is all the way connected to that shoulder rests, so that you have a platform and this for both legs to push. If your foot's out here, there's nothing for it to really engage with. So be careful, step on. Now, I'm not out there, so I'm just gonna wiggle toe, heel, trying to keep the carriage in, and then I'm there. So arms can be on your hips. I like behind my head, so you can't see it, but my hands are behind my head. I'm already in a split position. We're gonna press out with both legs, and then I'm gonna pull it all the way back in with both legs, thinking that my hands behind my head are pulling me straight up. Inhaling out, pulling back in, trying to keep it smooth in each direction. Inhale and exhale. Do 2 more here. 1 more. And then can I keep the carriage still and bring it back? Same way. And then I'll just carefully step off and we'll go around the other side. So same thing here. The foot closest to the foot bar will be towards the back. I'm gonna step on and just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Out. Woo, different side. Hands behind your head. Think of both legs pressing out. Pulling back in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Nice. Inhale. So both legs are pressing out and both legs are pulling and you're growing super tall. 3 more here. Nice. 1 more. And then same thing. See if you can keep the carriage all the way in and still as we bring it all the way back in. All right. You made it. Good job. All right. So that was your reformer class today. Yay. And I will see you hopefully again.